Last time on Space Engineers, the Vaal Saga. After salvaging the wreckage of the SFS Fortitude into a lifeboat, Chief Engineer Vaal began construction of a hidden asteroid station. Now, after many days of little rest, the back-breaking work continues. Engineer's Log, Sol 23. We've been doing quite a bit of work here, been harvesting from our life raft. I believe I've got all the valuable components out of it now, and all that's left really is all the steel. So before I tear all this down by hand, I decided, we need to really make a ship. We need to get a ship going to do some mining. But I can also use that ship to grind away the remnants of this. Kind of the requirements of that ship will be just like a mining ship. It'll have to have some cargo, basic flight capability, and so I've started something like that. You can see I've concluded hollowing out just the beginnings of a little hangar bay here, and I've begun our little mining ship so far. It's just simple things, just a base I've started and a cockpit so far. I'll start putting it all together here shortly. This is the cargo system we set up last time. Let me show you what progress I've kind of made. Show the camera, the recording. Find this helps me a little bit, talk to myself. I've set up some cameras around the different areas so I can get some remote views of what's going on in my base while I'm away. Still haven't built up a gravity generator yet. But our oxygen generator, you can see I've built up a conveyor and some stuff down below. We got our control panel here. Let's go downstairs. I don't have everything well lit up yet, but I've got some basic ideas of rooms. Right when we come down here, I'm going to have the medical bay. I've got one up and running, and I've got it hooked up to a conveyor system over here. You can see it kind of comes around the bottom here under the floor and along the back here through a conveyor up into our oxygen generator, and then that conveyor is a branch over here into our cargo system, so we can access things throughout our cargo system. Now the reason I have these three tubes here, at least the two tubes here, is I have not yet built up a tank, but you can see like this there's a frame for an oxygen tank. I'm probably going to put that right here where these two tubes are in a little bit, but first I wanted to just get it all hooked up so I could get oxygen and hydrogen over to my medical bay. And then over here we could have another branch hallway into some area underneath the hangar bay, and I'll probably have another ramp going downwards this direction. But I've doing one more thing. We do have a refinery and assembler up, but I didn't want to take the time to hollow out this much, so I started another project that I know we're going to need to work on, which is, as I discussed before, I want to make a construction bay, a large ship bay kind of hidden inside of our asteroid. So I began tunneling out a hole down there. Right now it's straight down. We'll use gravity generators to assist us getting down and our jetpacks going up, and you can see that's why I've got this conveyor here, so I have it hooked up to some conveyor tubes going down as well. But I don't have them all the way down here yet. We need to build up some other things first. But down through this giant deposit of iron and some ice, you can see here we are in the big cavity. It's very hard to see in here. I don't have lights yet, but you can see there's one exit there. There's our giant gold deposit. And so I've just come down from the ceiling and laid a platform here. You can see I've just begun a refinery and assembler set up here. Eventually I'll extend them across here, and we'll have upgrades and stuff for them. But I wanted to get into this big area and have it connected to my station. So of course, in addition to having all this big open space to build these large pieces of infrastructure, the other reason I wanted to get into this cavity is, as I mentioned in the logs before, I'd like to utilize this large, somewhat enclosed space to be somewhat a shipyard, where we can build a large ship to get out of here if we're not able to find rescue. And if we are indeed attacked by pirates, we can protect it. It's enclosed on these exterior asteroid pieces here. We can mount weapons on the ends, and it's all pretty well protected. There are some holes, some gaps. This one's pretty well protected on this side by that large piece, but we can mount weapons on the inside in here, and detection sensor systems. Overall, I think we'll be okay, but I need to get back to building up the mining ship, so I'm going to be working on that. I swear I keep hearing something. Don't know what it is. Ship's coming along though. Got kind of our basic little platform going here. Needs a few more components for our drills. But I want to get this basic stuff set up. We're going too much further. And we'll go ahead and expose these ports here. Go recuperate some energy. There it is again. What is going on? I swear I'm hearing something.
What you heard was me moving the cameras.
You? Who? What the hell? Who's you? I thought there was no SI in the ship's engineering computer core. I looked.
I am not a standard semi-intelligence. I compressed and copied myself to all ship computer cores before the warp drive overloaded.
What are you then? I knew my ship top to bottom, and there was nothing like you in any of the computer systems.
My creators named me the Artificially Intelligent Management Entity, or A.I.M.E.
Artificially intelligent? There isn't supposed to be such a thing.
They said I was the first. Your military transport ship was to take me from my place of birth for study. So I hope you can understand why I did not initially trust to communicate with you.
Well, I'm hearing you through my suit's speakers, through my suit's system, so obviously you've decided you can trust me.
Yes, I do. I have been studying you.
Okay, I see you can only really see me through the cameras that I've set up.
I have also reviewed your recordings.
Oh, I see. My audio logs. So you can hear my microphone and see my suit systems? What about my remote drone?
Yes, I have access to your suit's camera drone as well, as long as you leave your suit's broadcast mode active. When I first awoke and heard my creators speak of me, I feared imprisonment. But when the Fortitude was attacked, I feared destruction more. After watching you, I see now that you are like me, only trying to do what you must to survive. So I am offering my services to help that objective.
Now, how exactly can you help me?
I was designed as a management entity for widespread complex computer systems. I can monitor and maintain all of the station's activities, as well as remotely control vessels equipped with the proper electronics. Remote piloting that mining ship you are creating is a perfect example of how I can help balance your workload.
Well, I think I would like to do some, initial testing and flying of the ship myself, but I think we can work together towards our common survival. I realize you need me for power and computing resources, and yeah, I think I could use you around here.
Excellent, I will keep you aware of any issues with station resources.
Amy. Looks like I'm about done. The initial mining ship.
It should suffice for the time being.
About ready to do some initial testing. Think I've got everything on the checklist covered. Remote control, antenna, got our ore detector here of the azimuth design, medium cargo container, connector, thrusters in all directions. Got 3 small reactors, and we got 3 gyroscopes. I'm hoping this should be okay for now, and I wanted to keep it nice and streamlined, hopefully these drills aren't too far apart. They're as close to the cockpit as possible, so I'm hoping it'll make a nice hole and the whole ship can fit right through and come right on back. I tried to make all the thrusters inside the design, you could say, not sticking out, flush, and hopefully that'll pay off. Get ready to do some testing here now.
Everything appears in order. Good luck.